Hey Jeff, just a couple of comments for you on your on your closing arguments assignment. First of all, you're doing a great job. You're well on your way to getting a good grade on this one. Some of the things that you're doing well, you're working really well with quotations. You're really applying some of the concepts we learned in class. You're taking smart quotations, you're taking pieces, and you're replying back to them really well. You also do a nice job of establishing your own position in regard to, or in response to, these quotes that you put out there. So those things that you're doing are really good, and maybe more than anything else, the way you handle your APA in-text citations is superb. It's right on the money. Date, author's name, page number each time. Nicely done. I just want to double check, make sure you've done that for all of them. Okay, some things that you might want to work on. First, in your bibliography, at the bottom of your article, or at the bottom of your text, you have some sources. I'm thinking of the Liebman source, and also Wabbich. These are two different sources, and I can't see anywhere in the paper where you actually cite them. So if they're going to appear in your bibliography, they've got to appear somewhere in your paper. And since the assignment is to work with all of your sources, you're going to need to generate some more material where you're actually incorporating the Liebman article and the Wabbich article in the way that you incorporated the stuff that you're working on. Luckily, you've demonstrated that you can do it really well. Now I just need to see that you have done it with all of your sources. Another thing is that you cite Rachel Johnson later on in the paper, but I'm not sure which article that comes from, because Rachel Johnson doesn't appear in your bibliography, so that was a bit confusing. If that's a new source, you might want to have a new entry in your bibliography, or if that quotation appears in one of the articles that's already in your bibliography, you got to make that clear in your text where that's coming from. Here on screen, if you look on screen, there's a couple things here. Let's see what I had to say. This little section, sometimes you say stuff and you say it a little bit generally, and you have the things are interesting, but you have an opportunity really to follow up and expand on them. They're sort of all over. I just picked a couple of them that I thought would be good for you to expand on if you're looking for places to continue to develop more words and more content for this. This one in particular, I just said, hey, look, you could make things so that people must get exercise, is what you say. I'm not sure how that would work. How as a society or a government we could make it so that they have exercise. But I'm sure you've got something in mind. So I'd like to see you work that out a little more specifically. That would be good. Also down here, you've got a really great quotation. Can you take it apart a little bit? What does she mean when she writes this particular thing? How could the government play a different role? You know, just be a little bit more explanatory, a little more clear with what you've got going on. Let's see. Then here's that Rachel Johnson quote. So yeah, the only other thing I'll say is I'm assigning 3 videos for everybody to watch. Everybody gets a different set of videos, sort of tutorials that I want you to watch and think about how you can apply them to your own text. Because as I was reading through this, I recognized that you could use these. So the first one is called What's a Bibliography For? Help you work through sort of what you're doing in your bibliography and the relationship that the bibliography has to your citations. The second one is called Keep It a Conversation. And the third one is called Interacting with Sources. And I sort of explain why I've assigned each of those in each of the videos themselves. So take a look at those, see how you can apply them to your paper, think about the comments I've already mentioned here. And if you have any more questions, feel free to email me or set up an appointment to meet with me sometime in the next week. Look forward to seeing you Thursday.